My name is Linda Green, and I moved to Maui about 5 years ago, but my background is, believe it or not, in mechanical manufacturing engineering. I did that for about 20 years. I'm a Purdue grad, and I worked for companies like General Motors, RCA, Schlumberger, big Fortune 100 companies, and Pfizer was one of the companies I worked for. I was in the medical manufacturing business for 10 years, and one of the products that I worked on was a class 3 medical device, which was a cauterizing pencil that you actually use for surgery. And the reason why I'm talking about that is the FDA had very strict requirements to test anytime there was any changes to that product, especially like an injection mold tool or anything. We would have to go through extensive animal testing, that kind of thing, to make sure it was safe before it went into the body. Even surgeries aren't even that long sometimes hours, but it's going into the body, so the testing had to be done. I'm bringing that up because of two things. One is the GMOs themselves as products, making sure that we have because it's actually a food and it's going through the body and being digested and everything else. So we want to make sure that we have proper testing, that it's completed. And I know we've had GMOs in our food source for 20 years, but the public isn't sure that we've had the proper testing done, and that maybe it's gone through the government and the FDA approval without testing. So we can always go back to the drawing board as an engineer and do that testing now, even after the fact. And then we have the issue of the chemicals that are used to make the GMO products, which are grown here on Maui, which I live. I live in Kihei, right down the street from the farmland where the chemicals are used. And also we have it on Molokai and Kauai. So we do need to have proper testing. As an engineer and as a citizen of Maui, we definitely need to have proper testing. I'm used to the good manufacturing practices in manufacturing. And we are human, and we do design things, and we do find out when there's things that need to be adjusted, and that's the process of being an engineer. And so we need to go through and get a baseline where we're at today, even if they've done it in the past, see where we're at, and make adjustments. And Monsanto should be able to do that because they have the resources, they have the people, they have the technology. So there shouldn't be an issue with that. I am surprised today, being here at the courthouse, that there's so many Monsanto employees that are concerned for their jobs, wondering why they would be concerned for their jobs. If the testing is done and done properly, there should be no issues with their jobs. So it almost implies that there may be some insights into the fact that maybe the testing will not come out positive. But adjustments can always be made. That's the thing, you want to be optimistic as a citizen and as an engineer. So then on a personal note, like I said, I live just across the street from the fields. I have a personal friend that lived across the street from me that started to have health issues after she moved into the neighborhood, so much so that she had to sell her house and move out of it. She had digestional issues and she had to spend thousands of dollars, and she now lives up country, but she was going to move completely off the island because of these issues that she believes came from Monsanto. There's not any direct proof. And then I'm somebody that loves the ocean, so I swim in the ocean all the time. And one of the things I noticed before I even knew about Monsanto being here was lots of the turtles I see snorkeling have tumors. I also go down to La Perouse almost every day looking for dolphins, and the dolphins have been coming in less. And the ranger that I know from down there told me that there's been a lot of stillbirths recently with dolphin stillbirths, less dolphins. There's been 2 sperm whales that have washed up just down the street from Monsanto. One was on Christmas Day with sores inside of its digestive tract. So we're having a lot of sea life that are mysteriously coming up dead on the shore. There's less fish. The sharks are starting to come around because there's less fish. And so anyway, all of these things tie into our natural environment here. The sea and the coral reefs dying, all of that is a reflection of what's going on the land with us and our health. So if we start to see these things happening in the ocean, we really need to take a look at and make adjustments on Maui. So thank you for your time, and I just wanted to share some of my background and some of my recommendations.